Hello friends, welcome back. In this lesson, we shall continue with acute prescribing and see an example of how homeopathy works. The example that we are using is that of bruising. A very common complaint, especially if you have children around at home, but bruising can occur anytime. There are so many accidents and falls that you will be called upon to help. Homeopathy is really very effective. So for bruising, the grand remedy is arnica. It's a household name in places where people are familiar with homeopathy. But then, as with any other medication, sometimes arnica may not work. So if there's no effect and you allow a few hours to pass, there is swelling, there could be ecchymosis, there could be something more. In that case, you'll have to delve deeper. So we look at what is the type of bruising, or at least the region, locality, or the part. Bruising could occur on the breast, for instance. Then a very specific remedy is Bellis perennis. In fact, this remedy is recommended after a mammogram because the kind of trauma that a breast undergoes during a mammogram is best helped by Bellis perennis. It's also a remedy which will work on any soft tissue. Any place where you have soft tissue and is having a bruise, it has been injured, then and arnica is not working, then Bellis perennis is your friend. Many people suffer bruising to their varicose veins. In that case, a very specific one is hemimelis. It could be a poke injury where something has poked. It could be a thorn, it could be something else. In that case, very specifically, ledum. Ledum is very good anytime there is an injury because of some poking with a needle or any sharp object. If there is bruising to the tendons, and mind you, tendons take a long time to heal because they are not so well innervated with blood vessels. Then ruta is the remedy. Ruta works beautifully on tendons. If you're a person who has sports injury people coming to you, then these are the remedies you should be having with you in addition to arnica. Ruta will work beautifully on tendon injuries. If there is a blunt injury or if there is pain in the bones, then symphytum is the remedy. In fact, symphytum is also known as knit bone. In case of fractures, if the person has been put into a cast, for instance, the limb has been put into a cast, symphytum will heal the wound faster. The bone will build faster and the recovery will be quicker. Another very good sports remedy in addition to ruta and arnica and of course Bellis. If there is nerve pain, then the best remedy of course is hypericum. Hypericum is a remedy that should come to your mind immediately in case of a crushing kind of a injury. For instance, if toes hit a table or if the fingers are trapped in a door, they are very painful and they are nerve injuries. In this case or such cases, hypericum is a super remedy. Another important aspect in homeopathy is suiting the remedy according to what makes a person or symptoms better or worse. I'll just give you a few examples. Bellis perennis is better with local application of cold, ice for instance. It is worse if somebody applies a hot pad or infrared lamp, and it's usually left-sided. This is another wonderful peculiarity and strength of homeopathic remedies, which is laterality. Left, right, up, down, radiating, all these things point towards laterality and they are excellent compasses to go by because they point to the correct remedy. Let us look at hemimelis, which we said was for injuries on varicose veins. Such symptoms feel better with rest, and they are worse once again with warmth or with moist air, that is steam. Ledum, which we said was for puncture wounds or poke injuries, they are better with cold applications, and they are worse with heat. Ruta, which was for tendons, is better with warmth and by scratching. They are worse with cold, quite the opposite of ledum bellis. And they are worse by overexertion. Something you should keep in your mind in case a sports person is injured. Symphytum, bone knit, which we said will heal fractures and is an excellent remedy for bone injuries. They are better with warmth, not with cold applications. And they are worse with cold applications. Hypericum, which we said was for crushed fingers and for hurt toes or for nerve pains, are better by rubbing lightly, and they are worse by cold application. So the general tendency to apply heat or cold is not really of much use, because each person and each injury and the state of the person is different, and that is what helps us to find the remedy. Please bear that in mind. There are no over-the-shelf formulas. You will be able to tailor your remedy so accurately that the person is going to feel your patient is going to recover very, very fast. Now remember, all these remedies which we saw in the previous slide, they are not just bruising remedies. They can be used in very serious conditions. Tachycardia, stenocardia, angina pectoris, all these heart complaints, these remedies depending on the various points which we discussed earlier and more. Of course, you'll have to study much deeper. These remedies are really very good heart remedies. Many of these remedies are very good in concussions, hemorrhage, hematomas, epistaxis, any blood flowing from the nose. So these are not just remedies for day-to-day use for or home remedies for children who keep falling, but they are very deep acting remedies for some very serious ailments. By and by you should learn more about it. Friends, thank you very much for your attention. I'm sure you must be making notes, and you are free to refer to this video over and over again. And as we proceed with our study, you'll be learning much more. So until we meet in the next lesson, bye bye and thank you very much.